In 2013, television presenter Nick Gray was hit by a blast from a radioactive teleprompter. Waking up, Nick was surprised to discover that he'd gained superpowers from the experience, becoming Newsman.
Look out, world, there's a new superhero in town.
Mr. Gray, can I have your autograph, please?
Nick then formed the first superhero team, Captain Korn,
5 a day,
Holiday Man, Bread and Butter Man, and Bin Man?
I just do the bins.
Get ready for Newsman.
Good morning and welcome to Hemchester Breakfast with me, Nick Gray. Today's top story, Newsman will be rewarded by the mayor after preventing his mugging by violent criminal Dwayne Pipe. The mayor was walking to Sam's garage having broken down on Henley Road when the mugger struck. Thanks to an amazing coincidence, Hemchester's very own Newsman happened to be passing when the attempted mugging occurred. After some quick thinking, Newsman launched his offence on the mugger. Joining me here today is a man who just tried to rob the keycard of the city from the mayor. Mr. Burglar, how do you respond to these allegations?
What?
Is it true that you need to feed your starving family?
I just...
Where do you buy your shirts from? Is it true that you've been dating Courtney Love?
Courtney Love?
What do you think about pirating music?
I don't...
Why burgle the mayor instead of a more prominent political figure?
Yes, like David Cameron, you fascist.
Leveson inquiry.
No.
WMDs.
Enough with all the questions. I'll come quietly. Come on, take me in.
That was amazing. But who are you?
I'm Newsman.
Newsman, watch out.
Ah, well thank you, Bin Man, for saving me from that unpleasantness.
Well, I think we know who the real hero is here.
Aha, well I guess I'm the real Bin Man. Maybe we could swap jobs. Although, I don't think that would really work. I mean, pay difference alone would be astronomical and need lots of qualifications. I have special superpowers and... Have you ever done any presenting work in the past?
No, I just do the bins.
Well, I suppose you could be a bin man and a hero. Maybe Bin Deanna Jones or something? Yep. So are you a fan?
Well, who isn't?
So, do you want my autograph?
Have you got a pen?
I'm afraid not. Maybe next time. Guess I'm not all powerful. Well, I guess I'd better be off. When the dinner breaks, Nick eats it. Oh dear. Hey Al, did you see the news?
No.
What do you do all day? You're unemployed, man. Go and get a job, for God's sake.
No. You see, we have an arrangement, don't we? You go to work, and I look after the house.
Sure. So anyway, today I rescued the mayor from this mugger and...
Nick, are you telling the news right now? For free, in the house? Because I'm not interested. It's all, David Cameron did this, and Nick Clegg did that, and Nigel Farage has once again summed up our many failures as a generation into a single sentence.
Could you not even be bothered to pick up the post? Huh, what's this?
What is it, Nick?
Ah, it's from Captain Korn. He's back. Newsman, meet me at midday tomorrow on the roof of Michael J. Fox car park. I have also invited Holiday Man and Bread and Butter Man, who will be receiving letters at the same time as you.
Newsman, nice of you to drop in.
Ah, Captain Korn. Ah, Holiday Man.
Ah, Newsman.
Ah, Bread and Butter Man.
Ah, Newsman.
Well, naggers to that, I'm here to tell you that you're going to receive the key card to the city tomorrow afternoon.
Ah, well, you know, it's all part of the job, isn't it?
Well, I will be there to make sure that the mayor doesn't lose the key card or anything. You should show off your powers or something.
Okay.
Ask me how many people will be taking pictures at the event.
No.
Go on, ask me.
How many?
You idiot.
5 a day.
He does this all the time.
Only 5 a day?
Oh, shut up. And as always, we end on the lighter side. This afternoon, I will be awarded the key card to the city for my duties as newsman. Thank you all, and good morning. Good job, everyone. Yes. Yeah. Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. Great job as always, guys. See you next time.
Hi, Nick. I'm Lucy from the Mayor's office.
Says here that your name is Clucy.
Oh no, the K is silent. The Mayor would like to know if you'd say a few words for the newsletter.
Ah, yes. Well, mention all of the people that have helped me out up to this point, such as my parents, my brother, Gandhi, Stanley, wait, not my brother, Jennifer Saunders. Oh, but most importantly, Captain Korn. He taught me how important it is to eat your 5 a day, even if it comes out the same way it goes in.
I'm surprised corn doesn't come out of his mouth.
Why?
Because he's always talking shit.
Haha! So, Clucy.
Oh, it's Lucy. Don't forget the silent K.
Well, have you got time for a coffee before the ceremony?
Well, yeah, that'd be great.
Well, that's the best news I've had all day.
Well, thank you for bringing the key card to the city, Captain Korn. Oh, no, the pleasure's all mine. Really? I thought it was a huge inconvenience for you. No, it's all in the line of civic duty being a superhero. Anyway, I'd best be off. Are you not coming to watch the ceremony? No, I've got a colonic books. Best get to that, really. But you are the guest of honour. I'll catch it on television. Well, thank you very much, Captain Korn. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and enjoy the ceremony. An interesting guy.
News just in. My coffee is ready. Oh, this is nice. Chance to switch off for a little while.
You know, I've always been a big fan of you. Even before you became a superhero. You make the news interesting, you know?
Well, that's great to hear. You know, presenting has always been my ambition. As a kid, my inspiration was Eamon Holmes. Wonderful man, just so good at presenting the sports. I think maybe one day I'd like to go national, but just no place like Hemchester. This place is great. I love the people, love the food, love the coffee. Just great stuff. So have you lived here long?
Oh yeah, ever since I was a little boy. It's my home. I've always lived here.
Well, we've been chatting about me for, well, it feels like forever. What do you do for the mayor?
Well, I'm his political assistant. It's a great job, and it's in my blood.
No? So what's the story?
My mum used to work for Mayor Emphasize.
So it really does run in the family?
Oh yeah, my dad was never into that sort of thing. Never had any brothers or sisters. I'm an only child.
Ah, well, you're the lucky one. I actually live with my brother.
Cool.
Lucy, it's absolute hell. His name's Earl. He just lazes around the house all day, eating nothing but pizza and ready meals, and it's just disgusting, and he picks his nose and...
Wait. Earl? As in the Earl from Wooden Sundays?
Yeah, well, he doesn't really like to talk about that anymore.
Whatever happened to them? They were like the biggest band in Hemchester, and then poof, gone.
Well, that's a funny story. It all happened about 3 years ago. Wooden Sundays had just put out their first album and were playing their biggest gig yet in Leicester, would you believe? The crowd was great. Everyone was having the time of their lives. I was there, of course. I was always there, the supportive younger brother. Well, anyway, Earl got a bit too into the music and, well, his wig came right off. And the band never played again. Earl's integrity was compromised. These days he just sits around the house all day eating oven chips and watching daytime TV. His guitar's in the attic and any reminder of his former self has been forgotten.
Wow, that's pretty hard stuff.
It's funny, really, how Earl was worried about his reputation, and yet you, a massive fan of his, didn't know anything about the incident.
It is really, isn't it? Something on your mind?
No, well, there's something Captain Korn said to me yesterday. It's really bothering me. I wrote it down.
Well, quite often as a politician you have to... Oh my gosh!
What?
Look, he's put the emphasis on will lose your powers.
Oh, sweet Jesus! Captain Korn's plotting against me!
He's going to take your powers.
Yes, and probably in front of everyone, when I receive the keycard to the city. I've got to go, right now.
Little do you know, newsman, you're walking into a trap. Oh, how so very little. Just like your viewing figures will be when I take control of the network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it takes great courage to tame a lion. But let me tell you something. It takes even more courage to be a newsman. In America,
Hey up.
Hold him, man. Captain Korn is evil.
Hey, that's not very nice, Nick. I'm a Capricorn.
No, Captain Korn is... Hang on, I'll see you in a sec. Hold him, man. Captain Korn has turned evil.
Bloody hell.
of the Hemchester metropolis. That's why it gives me great pleasure to present the key card to the city, to the amazing, the brilliant Newsman.
What are you going to do?
I have no idea.
Well, they're waiting for you up there.
Newsman, will you take the key card to the city?
No. I don't deserve this key card. All of Hemchester deserves this key card.
Don't be modest, Newsman. Remember those orphans you saved?
The truth is, Captain Korn has rigged the key card. If I touch the key card, I lose my powers.
Yes, it was I who rigged the keycard. It was I who killed Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. And it was I who clogged the toilet on the 4th floor.
Sick bastard.
And now I'm taking over your local television. Hemchester Breakfast is no more, and Korn TV will run 24/7 until Newsman touches the keycard.
He started his own pirate TV channel.
You can't save us, Newsman.
You have come to trust me as the protector of this fair town. I have earned the reputation as a citizen and as a hero, and I swear to you, right here, right now, that I will bring Captain Korn to justice.
Godspeed, Newsman.
Get to you later. Hey Al, what's up?
Hey Nick, here's this funny thing. I've turned on the TV and I'm about to have my dinner and all that's on is a stupid Captain Korn show. Now I hear you're the guy who's supposed to be sorting it out, so can you please get a move on?
Don't worry Al, I'm gonna give Captain Korn the old 50 Shades of Nick Grey.
Nick, I don't think you know what that actually means.
Oh, right.
Look Nick, I'm missing flog it. Flog it, Nick. How exactly do you intend to find Captain Korn?
Well, Al, with an investigative journalism montage. Yeah! Just in, the hunt for Captain Korn continues. We are now in minute 2 of the investigation. Whose house am I in? Ah, Bread and Butter Man. You seen Captain Korn?
Normally I see him 5 times a day, but I've not seen him at all.
Shit. Bin Man, just the man I need.
I just do the bins.
You can use your extensive network of bin men to help me narrow down Captain Korn's location.
Oh yeah, we've already done that. He's at Hemchester New Sound Gallery.
Fantastic! I knew I could count on you, Bin Man.
My name is Howard.
This story is over, Captain Korn.
I'm afraid there's been some breaking news, man. You're deaf.
That's just a tripod, Captain Korn. It's not a gun. You can't kill me with that.
Yes, I am aware.
Oh, right in the test card.
I'm sorry, Nick. The news doesn't get reruns.
That's our news team's top interpretation of what would have happened if I'd have lost the fight against Captain Korn. Now here's our reconstruction of what actually happened. Alright, Captain Korn, it's over. I've won.
Okay, fair enough.
Captain Korn has been arrested and is being taken care of by top men.
What men?
Top men.
Switch on your TV for Hemchester Breakfast with Newsman for you and me. He knows where you are and he knows where you've been. Protecting the world with a smile and a grin. Newsman.
Now it's time for some of our viewer emails. This one's from Dominic, aged 32, and he says, Dear Nick, why does Newsman keep referring to himself in the third person? Thank you, Dominic.